Have you ever heard the word jungle justice? In Nigeria, it's not just a phrase, it's a terrifying reality. It's what happens when an angry mob decides that justice must be instant, brutal, and final. Jungle justice, also called mob justice or street justice, is when people take the law into their own hands. No courts, no lawyers, no evidence, only fists, fire, and fury. It can start with something as small as a missing phone. One person shouts, "Thief!" Within minutes, a crowd gathers. The accused is beaten, stripped, humiliated, sometimes forced to roll in mud for hours. Other times, their life is ended in the street. Why does this happen? Distrust. In October 2012, 4 Uniport students, Lloyd, Tekena, Chiadika, and Ugona, were accused of theft in Aluu. No trial, no evidence. The mob descended on them. They begged for mercy, but their cries were ignored. Beaten, humiliated, and set on fire, their deaths shocked the nation. They became known as the Aluu Four. 4 boys whose lives were stolen not by criminals, but by their own community. In Uromi, Edo State, a truck of 25 travelers was stopped by vigilantes. Some were found with Dane guns, sparking fear and suspicion. The community had suffered months of kidnappings, so suspicion turned to rage. The mob decided to deliver its own justice. Beaten, burned in broad daylight. Some cheered, some walked away in silence, shaken by the violence they witnessed. That same year in Lagos, David Imoh, a young sound engineer, tried to stop a fight among Okada riders. Instead, he was accused, beaten, and killed. David wasn't a thief. He wasn't a kidnapper. He was innocent. Even in Bauchi, a mentally ill man named Talle Mai Ruwa was accused of blasphemy. He was handed over to the police for questioning and protection. Even inside the police station, he was not safe. The next morning, a mob overpowered the officers, dragged him out, and ended his life in the street. Jungle justice is a mirror reflecting Nigeria's failures. It shows what happens when corruption eats away at institutions, when poverty pushes people to the edge, when leaders fail to build trust in law and order. Because when the courts can't deliver justice, the streets will. But their justice is cruel, chaotic, and bloody. Yes, some crimes are terrible. Some offenders deserve punishment. But when we take laws into our own hands, we risk punishing the wrong person. We risk killing the innocent. And once a life is lost, it can never be restored. Until Nigeria fixes its justice system, fast, fair, and trusted, jungle justice will continue to stain our streets with blood. And that is the true cost of corruption.